Hi, this is Matt with AppliancePartsPros.com. Today we'll be showing you how to repair your appliance. Remember, anytime you work on an appliance, make sure it's unplugged or the circuit breakers are off so there's no chance of electrocution. In this video, we're going to show you how to change out the Whirlpool washer electronic control board. It's going to be a very easy repair and it's only take a few minutes to show you how to do it. If you already have one of these, great. If not, you can click on the link below or get it at AppliancePartsPros.com. When you open up the package, you're going to get the electronic control board. The electronic control board controls many functions of the washer. The main reason to be changing it out is if it's failed and you're getting an error code indicating that it needs to be changed. In order to get to the part, we have to go around back. Now that we're around back, we can use our 1/4-inch nut driver to take out the screws that hold the top on. Once you have the screws out, we can take the top off. We're going to lift up on the back a little bit and then pull it back so the front releases. Once you have it released, you can lift it off and set it aside. Now that we have the top off the washer, we have access to the electronic control board. It's located in the right front corner of the machine. There's a bunch of wires on it that we have to take off and put onto the new one. They all have tabs on them, so you can't put the wire harnesses into the wrong connection, but you may want to take a picture of everything so you know where all the wires go just in case you have any problems. First one we're going to take off is the one that goes up to the control. It's plugged in over here. All these come out the same way. They all have a little locking tab you have to press on, and then you can pull the wiring harness up to release it. Once you have it out, we can unlock it from this locking tab right here and just lay the wire aside. And then we're going to just take the wires off, starting from the top and working our way down the side. If you have to, you can reach in with a small flathead screwdriver to press on the locking tabs if you can't reach it with your finger. Now that we have all the plugs disconnected, we can release these two tabs that hold the wiring harnesses in. All you have to do is flex them to one side or the other. And then we can take the wires out from behind them. Once you have all the wires released, you can kind of get them out of the way. And then we can release the electronic control board from the frame. To remove it from the bulkhead, we're going to take a small flathead screwdriver and lift up on this locking tab. Once you have it lifted up, we can slide the electronic control board to the back of the washer. Once it stops, you can let go of the locking tab and lift it out. Once you have it off the frame, you can pull it out of the washer. Here's the old electronic control board next to the new one. If you already have one of these, great. If not, you can get it at AppliancePartsPros.com. Looks like they put a support leg in and put in some extra ventilation, but it will go in and work fine. Before you put the electronic control board into the washer, there's one thing you have to look at. They made some changes on the mounting peg. If your mounting pegs have flats on the top and the bottom and the new one doesn't, you're going to have to change the backing plate from the old one to the new one so it'll fit into the openings on the washer frame. If you have to change the back plate, we're going to carefully set them down and use a flathead screwdriver to release the locking tabs so we can take the control boards off of the back plates. There's a locking tab on each side that we're going to have to release with the screwdriver. Once you have this one done, we can do the one on the other side. Once you have both locking tabs released, you can separate it from the backing. And there's 3 tabs at the bottom that you have to lift out. And we can lay the control board aside carefully and take the old one apart so we can get that backing plate. Once you have the tabs released, you can separate the 2 halves and set them aside carefully. And then we can take the new control board and snap it onto the old backing. To put the 3 tabs in, you want to come a little bit from above them, and as soon as they drop in, you want to rotate it up and lock the locking tabs in. Once you have the electronic control board put together, we can put it in the washer. In order to install the new electronic control board, you want to make sure that the mounting tabs are lined up with the holes in the frame, and then you can push it forward to lock it into place. When you're putting it in, you want to make sure all the wires are out from behind it. Now that we have the electronic control board mounted, we can reattach all the wires, but first we're going to run them through the little clips. We took our gloves off because all the wires and connectors are pretty small. If you do that, make sure you're careful and don't cut your hands when you reach in here. We basically have to put everything from this wiring harness on the left through this clip, and everything on this wiring harness through this clip. So on this side, it's this 2 pink ones, 2 blue ones, and these 5 black ones. Once you get them in there, you can swing this up and then down to lock it in place. And then on the other side, all these wires have to go in here. We're just gonna push them down so we can get them in there. And once you have them all through, you can slide this one way or the other and lock them in. Once you have them in, we can reconnect them all. First ones we're going to do are these 3 pink ones. Remember, all these connectors have little tabs that go into these notches, so you can't mix them up. In our case, green went on this side, and the double pink wire with 1 tab was in the middle, and then the double pink wire with 2 locking tabs was on this side. Once you have those in, we can put the ones along the side. To put the side ones on, we're going to get these out of the way. And on our model, it was the green one on the bottom. And then the one with the black on it. Then we had the pinkish color. The next one was the purple one. If you have to, you can get the wiring harness out of the way. And then on the top was the white one that actually came from the control board. So we're going to grab that and run it through its little wiring harness holder on this side, and then plug it in on this side. Now we can put the ones across the top. We're going to grab those and run them underneath this wire harness that we just put in, and then we can connect them all with a double black wire all the way over on this side. And then we had the connector with the purple stripe. We had the red one and the white one with no color on it. Once you have all the connectors plugged in, we can put the top back on the washer. In order to put the top back on, we're just going to set the front of the panel in between that plastic ridge and the front console. Once you have it in there, we're going to lower it down and push it forward at the same time. Once you have it all the way in, you can set the back down. Then we can use the 1/4-inch nut driver to put the screws in. Now that we have the washer put back together, we can plug it back in and take it for a spin. Thanks for joining us for another successful repair brought to you by AppliancePartsPros.com. Check out our other repair videos on our site, Facebook, and YouTube.